Hey, Jay. Big hood in the building. What up? How about the boys? The Dallas Cowboys, that is. What up? What up? What up? How about the boys? What up? How about the boys? What up? What up? What up? They bring the noise. What up? I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys. What up? What up? How about the boys?
Was I muted that whole time?
No,
Did you have me muted? You had me muted, didn't you?
No, you were
You just wanted to listen to some Big HUD.
That Big HUD was just
Blaring.
pumping.
We haven't given Big HUD a shout out in a while.
No, and he knows
He
it.
keeps
and
flagging
listens.
us.
Yeah, he keeps flagging us.
Keeps flagging us using
Yeah,
that
we
song.
got beef right now. That's why.
Yeah,
So.
we're beefing with
Okay,
Big HUD.
before we get into anything,
How about them Cowboys?
You know what they say? A win's a win's a win's a win, right? Like,
Well, look at that 696. If they only had 9 points in the fourth, it would have been really sexual, and they would have got to 36, which would have
Win
been
by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
yeah.
I can't wait to hear Ad go off on a ramble about Dakota Rain Prescott needing to do better.
hey,
I'm getting to that point too, though, man. Like, I like winning and all, but this, I mean, it's not bad.
I was the
stat
first one to say today that I think that Dak was playing nice and steady. He was playing a lot better than last time. Obviously, there's still something going on with him.
looks weird. Our offense looks weird. Like, for having these three big name wide receivers, and I know we're kind of scrambling. We're not really going into anything quite yet, but just we're going to talk about the elephant in the room, which is this offense. We thought this offense was going to be, I thought we were going to be winning games, 35 to 33. What's going on there?
Sorry.
So
Throws me off when I hear myself
Yeah, I know.
nasaling up everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I was saying. Thanks,
you
Ad.
thought we were going to be winning games by 35-20. Huge
Yeah, like-
margins, big points.
Yeah, and the other teams, I thought holding a team to 6 points is pretty deadly in the NFL.
What we have seen in this season is that the offense can put up big numbers. They can score a lot of points, but there is something, I don't know, I won't even say there's something wrong. Maybe it is true. Maybe this is what the offense is, and we were seeing the cream of the crop early in the season. I don't believe it. I'm just saying hypothetically.
I'm still holding hope. Don't call me.
No.
Don't make me call you Barry Grant Jr. the third.
That's
over there, Alex.
But
I will. He listened to Barry's podcast.
I did. But the defense actually.
I'll even podcast shout out.
The defense holding the Giants here.
Are your eyes open?
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm trying to get through my sentence, but I keep getting fucking.
I can't help it. You just look
Get
so
off,
beautiful.
okay?
over there.
Weed every day.
Anyway, 6 points. It's not bad. It's nice to see the defense again showing up and being more consistent now while the offense takes a fucking couple weeks off.
Well, what did it say? This is the fourth game in a row or third game in a row with over 4 takeaways.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Third
We
of
had
those.
Third, yeah, because it was Saints, Washington football team, Giants. We've had 4 takeaways.
This would be the fourth.
great.
This would be the fourth game in a row. I think they said the last 3 games they had 4 takeaways.
Who did we play against before the Saints? The Raiders?
Raiders?
Was it
Raiders?
I think it was the Raiders. I don't think we had 4 takeaways in that game.
Can you check?
I think it was the last 3 games. I'm pretty sure it was Saints, Washington football team today, because I would just do schedule.
Yep. But how do you? I mean, so look. Obviously, you didn't want me to trash Dakota, which I won't. Obviously,
just go to
I
the
was
schedule, Alex.
I was a big fan of Dakota, but
I was gonna. Oh, there. I was gonna click through here to their schedule.
this is AJ Vape
No,
7.
I just want this.
Vape 7 today. Trying to.
Oh fuck!
I mean, you have been getting a lot of heat from us today.
I'm fine with it.
I know you're fine with it.
I know what Ant wants to see. We just want to see the stats.
I just want to see their.
Okay, yeah.
I literally I don't even care about the stats. I just want to see their schedule, and we can remember if they had 4.
What are you?
takeaways
So
or
for
not.
those of you showing up, thanks for tossing in the post game. Sure, it's all of you boys who were.
It was the last 3 games. So it was Saints, Washington football team, Giants. We did not get 4 takeaways against the Raiders. We were at the game. We did not get 4 takeaways. Not a chance. I don't.
No.
I don't even think we had one.
I don't think we had one.
I don't even think we had one.
Okay, so this is the 3rd game in a row.
Yeah,
Which
with
hey,
it
at
is
least
impressive.
At least we're doing it against our own fucking kin in our division, right?
Yeah, fuck the division. We have a chance to sweep the division next week, and then the Eagles in the season finale. it's looking pretty positive that looking at the schedule here, that Cardinals Cowboys game is starting to take on some form, because that's going to be for possibly for the first seed, more than likely for the second seed. Depends what the Packers end up doing.
Is that going to be our biggest game of the season? you
Oh
think?
yeah.
Yeah. Do you get a game? What do you get for second? Like
You get
home
basically home field through the playoffs, unless you play the first seed in the NFC championship. But you want the home games, right?
Yep.
You want the home games, so you play hard for the home games, and there's possibility that we are playing for a first round bye, so we might even get the first seed. So it's going to make that game exciting, because the Cardinals are a playoff team, and the last few weeks we've played shit teams, man. So it's going to be good to see us against an actual contender, and maybe give us a bar to set ourselves against going into playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, even the Raiders, I think, are a pretty mid-tier team. They got some gusto, some talent, some, but they're not a scary
The
team.
last good team we played was the Chiefs, and we looked shit in them. But let's go to today's game. Like we had mentioned, 4 takeaways.
Yeah, I got the 3 interceptions. What was the D-Law? Let me go right ahead here and see if I can get that Lawrence strip sack and just talk about that.
Yeah.
So D-Law back on the D-line, and sure he might not
sack, but
sure he might not get the sack numbers, but damn does he make a difference in the run game. He's by far our best defensive lineman that when it comes to playing the run. The guy's just always on point, and he's always there. He has no quit, really. D-Law, my boy.
Yeah, it definitely feels with him back that the defense feels way more consistent than what they were doing before.
Well, yeah, he's could possibly a Pro Bowl player if he plays a full year, right? He essentially forced the turnover on this first.
yeah, let's watch this one.
Killed Mike Glennon. Showed Mike Glennon that he was in a football game today. D-Law basically breaks up the middle here, comes up the middle, smokes Glennon. Glennon looked like he was throwing a grenade.
Yeah.
Fire in the hole. Oh, and he whacked his head pretty good there.
Well, look, he goes around 2 guys and leaves that one guy just fucking stunned. I mean, I guess the O-line, they all have their assignments, so the guy did what he did, but he got through 2 O-linemen to get that sack.
And then J-Lou came down with it. J-Lou, great game, by the way, today. I thought J-Lou played pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, and
good interception, too.
it's nice when we see, because obviously when we're
we need some energy here, boys. What's going on here? You guys sleeping over there? Let's get jacked up.
Here's the thing: I'm not used to looking at you.
Yeah, you're just staring at me. I'm
That's
all
the
relaxed.
problem is you're seeing this is what happens. Like
Where you're getting lost in me over here.
Yeah,
What is up? We got a big W here, boys. Divisional game. We took the win. Defense played awesome. Offense looks shitty, but let's get some fire going here, fellas. We look like we're about to have a nap time here.
well, okay, let's move on to Hooker here.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Hooker, just a beautiful pick.
Terrible throw.
Terrible throw.
I would say the pick wasn't that great. The throw was awful. And in the NFL, you got to take your moments. And if the ball's served up to you like that, you got to make the play. He can't help how shitty the pass was. But I honestly think if Glennon puts the ball better, that might be a completion. But you take what you're given, and once again, it's shitty that the only things we can look at are defensive turnovers. Because besides that, not that much happened in the game, to be honest.
Yeah, and I 100% agree that if it wasn't an actual interception, we would have been saying that should have been an interception. Like with a throw like that, it was right to him.
Yeah, he has to catch that.
You got to catch it.
You have to catch that. I don't care.
It was a gimme.
Right into his bread basket.
Into his bread basket. If you're in the NFL, you're a professional football player, you get the ball thrown at you that precisely, you need to catch that fucking thing. Mike, quiet day for Micah though.
Yeah, I was going to say I didn't want to kick us off of the J-Lou train, but let's maybe talk about we haven't been able to see what Mike has been doing throughout the game. We don't know who he was covering outside of that. A lot of the throws were going to Brown's side.
Micah.
No, but I'm saying Micah, we weren't seeing, we don't have alternate views. We're just seeing what he was doing there. He was out there doing stuff, obviously.
Yep. Yeah. You're
You
not
know what I
wrong.
mean? Like he
Mike
quiet
was,
game,
out, he
didn't
was
have-
out there doing stuff.
He was not LVE, is what I'm getting at.
No one's LVE.
Hey, look, LVE had better stats than Micah.
Micah
in
did.
this
Yes,
game,
he Micah
okay?
didn't even have a tackle.
because
Not even one,
LVE
eh?
adds up those tenths of tackles.
So you could tell Micah kind of had an off game. It might have been all that pizza he ate at the pizza party on Monday night. But a quiet game for Micah Parsons. That's going to happen. You see at the bottom there of our defensive stats, there's our two first round and second round pick, Micah Parsons and Kelvin Joseph, combined for one assist.
One assisted tackle. Hey, but in good news, it's the other guys came to play. Obviously, Diggs is a interception specialist.
Smoke weed every day.
Is chat? What do we got going on in chat? Let's get a little flow here.
That's what I was trying to do. I was watching the chat, and then you're looking at me like I need to say something. So right now we got Sir King Bishop saying Cardinals lost to the less equivalent of the Giants. DC for life. That's right.
Which is huge. We talked about that a bit. That's massive. That Cardinals loss. Nobody in their right mind thought that the Lions were going to beat the Cards.
Sports Pro saying that the Lions could have more wins. They have been robbed out of good games. Results from around
What?
the league.
Say that
Steelers
again.
beat. So Sports Pro saying that the Lions should have won more than the two games that they've won this year. Now
They've
the
been more
Cardinals.
competitive than their two
okay.
wins
So,
suggest.
before coming into this week's game, it was one win, 11 losses, one tie. Now it's 2 wins, 11 losses, 1 tie.
Very true, but the NFL is typically going to be competitive. So, like, there's a lot of teams who have lost games that were in it. I don't know that. I don't know that the Lions are better.
Right. No, I mean, but I know it. Like, okay, so when you're losing games that you're like, well, I should have probably.
And I don't
fucking
want to
won
talk
that
about
game.
the fucking Lions on the right now.
Fair
okay?
enough.
Fair enough.
So what else is chat saying? We got any questions? Any concerns? Is everyone
No, what I was
worried about
trying
Dak?
what I was trying to get to.
Oh, listen to him get hot and
when
hot and heavy right now.
before I was too stoned to get to it. But I don't know, you guys just derailed the whole fucking process. Was Diggs' 10th interception.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
So
Let's
can
see
I play
that.
that clip now?
I would love to. I'd love to play that clip.
Originally ruled not an interception.
But we all thought it was. Ad wasn't even in the room.
no,
I heard you.
AJ and I went cray.
right away you could tell because he hit the ground, and that means
That's it.
that's it.
You're down by
Everything
contact. Your
after
knees
that,
down,
yeah.
and you can't then strip the ball out of the guy's hands.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
No catch.
So Glennon rolls out, probably threw a ball he should have never thrown.
Yeah.
Diggs had position big time. Like Diggs is in front of him.
He knew right away. Diggs knew too.
Once he threw, I knew. I felt it in my plums.
Do you think it's one of those situations where when you're playing Madden and you
just like, "Fuck it."
see something and you press the button, you're like, oh, I hit the wrong button. Glennon hit the wrong button in this
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had to have. There's no fucking way.
Diggs knew he had the pick right off the hop too.
For sure.
So what
Yeah.
is that? 10 picks for him?
10.
10 picks.
10
baby.
fucking picks out of. So he has pretty much a third of all of our takeaways.
So I think 11.
impressive.
11 is the next. I don't know if it's the record, but it's the
11's been the most in the last
X amount of
while.
years.
I think 15 was the record back in the day, and then 14, and then so I mean he's still what has he got? 3 more games?
3 more games. Let's say he gets 1 or 2, potentially 2 more.
Could
He
you?
could get 12.
I felt the Diggs interception coming up. I
Oh,
could
yeah.
just feel it
Yeah.
brewing. I could just feel a fucking Trevon Diggs interception storm brewing in my pants.
I felt it so much I had to go pee.
Yeah, you left, and it happened, and I mean, you were there for the call.
I
So you
like
got to
this.
relive it a little bit.
If we look at just this end here, so like you mentioned, this is the clip in live speed. So the ball gets ripped out of his hand. It looks like, but he looks over at the player and he points at him like, "You son of a bitch," and shakes his finger because he rips the ball.
I'm glad they challenged it. It
Yeah.
didn't look like they were going to at first. They kind of took some time, and
Me too. I am. as
I'm
well.
glad that they ended up challenging it because sometimes coaches won't. They'll be too scared or too big of bitches to do it. Mike McCarthy, he went for it and challenged it.
Or
Well,
say it's not necessary. They're gonna kick a field goal and we're gonna get the ball back anyway. So I'm not gonna waste
Right.
time out on it. Yeah.
definitely a good thing they did.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk? You said Mike McCarthy in time. Do we want to talk about his very poor
Oh
time
man,
management at the end
well,
there?
yeah. So Exactly. At the end of the second half, I don't even really know what happened on the play. I'm pretty sure Dak threw a ball to Schultz, who got a first down, and we kind of were saying there was at least 8 seconds left that they could have got a timeout off on
At the end of the first
half. They could have got a timeout off and at least had one more chance to throw into the end zone. And instead, they waited till it went down to 2 seconds and called a timeout and just took a field goal.
Yeah.
Which
So
is like such a chicken shit thing to do.
They had the downs. They should have called a timeout, done a fucking, if this play or just throw the ball out.
Yeah,
Like
just
if
you have
he's not there, then just throw the ball away.
You have
and
7
then we kick
seconds.
it.
You have 7 seconds.
You have another play.
You can't get sacked and you can't throw it inbounds. You got to go to the end zone basically or throw it away.
Yep.
But why not call the timeout and at least try for that? So we've always brought up on the
totally.
cast that there's usually a point in the game that we always question our coaching staff about something. And I think that was kind of the oh shit moment of the game.
Yep. It was there was maybe just because there was less opportunities, but that was probably the only what the fuck is going on moment.
Sports Pro saying there's a reason why Mike was fired from Green Bay despite his Super Bowl.
Yeah. There's just errors in judgment and errors in time.
And then another comment. This one's for AJ. Kilo C.
Yep.
Lay off my boy Alex. I can completely understand what he's saying. Level up like us. So
You guys are like talking telepathically.
Yeah. I know my boy Kilo's always got my back. So, but yeah, otherwise, not much to look.
Smoke weed every day.
Let's go over the Cowboys stat line here. Let's just break it down.
Let's hit the
quickly.
stat line.
We got Prescott throwing for 217 yards, 1 touchdown. Did throw 37 times though. But hey, guess what?
No, they still threw more than we ran.
They still that I was gonna say like
Yeah,
they
still
it's
ran.
not it's not the it's not the
Gotta go, bro.
not the sit. Anyways, yeah. But Tony Pollard outruns Zeke.
Tony
74
Pollard had a
yards,
great
52 yards.
Tony Pollard had a great game. What is that? A 6.2 average? Can't complain with that. Zeke, I thought, was having a decent game. Obviously, his yards per carry don't attest to that. He had a nice touchdown run.
Look, he was 1 yard over the fucking 51. I think was the bet.
No, 55. I think it was his over under.
Oh, okay,
I think his
okay.
over under was 55. And he had I think he had like 47 at halftime. So
Yeah,
hopefully
yeah.
Stadaley took the under on Zeke on 55 yards. We will never know. Dalton Schultz quietly had a pretty good game. I thought he looked like our best receiver out there, which is a little bit scary considering the guy like Amari Cooper, 2 catches for 8 yards. What the fuck is that, man?
Look, Schultz is the quality tight end that you want. He's going to be open. He doesn't necessarily look, his average is 8.5, which I mean, doesn't look like many people were over that anyways, but typically a wide receiver is going to have a little higher average than that, right? So he's the perfect tight end who gets a chunk of yardage for you consistently each time, never really bombs downfield.
He's a possession guy.
Yeah.
He's a Mr. Reliable. He's not going to have 192 touchdown games like Travis Kelce, but he's gonna come in here with 8 receptions for 67 yards and a touchdown.
Well, and other teams know how deadly he is, so they're going to probably put a little bit more effort onto Coop, and it's going to help open up some of our other boys.
Yeah, Cooper
Like
ran
Schultze.
two catches for 8 yards.
Coop had a
What
quiet-
did Gallup
very
have?
quiet.
3 catches for 32. Like our top 3 receivers, we didn't even get over 100 yards.
Was I did not
90
see
yards.
Seti the any out there.
No, I didn't
No,
see him.
I didn't
He
see
get a
Wilson out
catch.
there at all.
Wilson, no catch. Just our offense just looks weird. But
Who's Jeremy Sprinkle?
He's
I like
our
it.
4th tight end. He's not part of the triplets.
He's not a jar. He's not a Jarwin.
He's a little sprankle of Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sports Pro saying that Zeke had a very good first half, very good touchdown run, and Schultz isn't Witten, but he's damn near that level.
Yeah, he's good. He's always there. He's always open. He's strong. He's a strong boy. You've seen him get that catch and then still run out of bounds. It's back to the same thing we've talked about the last few weeks. I would like to see more from Dak, but if we can keep our defense playing how our defense is playing, 6 points. I don't give a fuck what team you play against. If you hold them to 6 points, that's pretty damn good.
There was a lot of great throws that Dak did today that our wideouts weren't catching.
CD dropped a really important one.
CD dropped two.
I think two
clutch ones.
Yeah, 2 ones that would have been big chunk plays. He did miss Gallup deep, but we did read on Twitter that the wind may have caught it.
Yep.
Still don't like that.
I mean, like, look, we
Possibly.
talked about we also talked about it on the live stream. Greg the leg, it's just
Oh,
it's not
yeah,
even fun. It is not even funny anymore.
It's
No.
gonna come and bite us. It bad.
It is 100%. That's why you want that consistency. Like, okay, sure, he's only missed a few, but you can't.
He missed 2 point afters today.
I know
at least every second game that he misses a kick or he missed
Can-
two.
Is there
2 point
That
afters.
makes up for the missed week,
can,
right?
Can we bring up some sort of stat about how many point afters people have missed? Is there a stat out there?
We could. Do you want to?
No, we'll go through your stuff, but we'll bring it up.
I have nothing else. I just have our the game stats up here, but I don't know if I can how quickly I can find that.
We'll just take a little bit of a search. I mean, Sports Pro, this is a challenge. See if you or
Yeah,
Alex
what's
could I guess how many missed point after attempts?
Like
2021 season.
okay,
I'm gonna say it's rare. Like it's very rare, and I
has to
imagine
be
Greg,
leading- he has
he's
to be-
gotta.
He has to be leading the league.
He's got to be leading the league. So this we got up right now. We have missed field goals 2021. So Chicago Bears lead it with or no, that's not.
Okay, so yeah, there you go, Alex. So no, those are field goal misses. I guess can you even get point
extra
afters?
points.
Extra point attempts.
Is that it?
Cowboys right there.
So how many have we missed?
5.
Greg the Legs missed
No, that's
5.
5 field goals. He's missed 5 field
Yeah.
goals.
And then how many?
We're thinking we're wanting-
5 field goals and 5 extra points. Extra points made, extra points attempted. 36-31.
I wonder if that included today's game.
It may or may not. Probably it
does feel like
wouldn't,
they
wouldn't have updated this.
It
until
wouldn't.
the-
So actually
Yeah.
7.
yeah.
So 7 out, and it's week. So that's basically 1 every second week he's missing, which is too much.
It's too much.
Too much, and it's gonna bite us
Plus-
in the assholes
plus the-
eventually.
Plus the 5 missed field goals. Like, I mean, that is the average of the NFL, I guess.
That's 12 missed kicks he's made though,
I mean,
or hasn't made. I guess
It's this is weird.
yeah.
You're looking at some of the extra attempts and misses. There's a lot of other teams that are pretty much at the Greg the Leg level.
No.
Yeah, but you're right.
I refuse to believe that.
Well, we're on the bottom side of it at 5, but still,
Sports Pro saying that
close.
he's missed about 10% of his point afters.
Yeah, which is too much.
Yeah.
That's way too much.
that's 8% too many.
Houston-
10% too many.
Okay, this is also I'm about to say what Sports Pro said. Houston and Jacksonville are worse. So it's like
That, yeah, exactly. So, I think if those are the only teams that you can find that are worse, that just plays into our problem, right? If those are the only other 2 teams, Jacksonville and Houston are 2 of the worst teams in the NFL.
Oh, so Kilo, see, you're
So-
putting a lot of pressure on your boy Alex here for this stat.
What?
Kilo wants to know, did the Cowboys win out of those 5 misses?
Well, they won today. Or you mean field goals or point afters? They lost against the Raiders. He missed one against the Raiders. They lost that game. He missed 2 today. We won. So from there, that's my memory.
Yeah. I don't know how to figure that one
Okay,
out.
so
Sorry.
Sports Pro saying they are in the 77% of actual making it. So they missed 23% of their
That's
point
terrible.
afters.
That's terrible. That's not
Ugh.
good.
That's not
And
good
but
at
he's
all.
also saying 12 other teams are worse at extra points.
Oh man, that's brutal.
Yeah, but for
There's a
team,
there's a goddamn epidemic going on with missed point afters.
but for a team who should be who's contending potentially for the number 1 seed, their kicker should not be in the middle
That's
of the
something
pack.
that should be shored up.
That's
Oh, yeah.
that's like one of the worst parts of the team. The funny thing is, kickers are probably one
The
of
biggest pussies in the NFL.
I was gonna say one of the easiest things to not easiest to, but you can replace them quickly and there's a abundance. It feels like
The Cowboys
abundance of
the Cowboys have been
kickers.
looking for a kicker since Dan Bailey. Dan Bailey was an amazing kicker, and then he got hurt, and they kind of cut him short too soon. Then they got Brent Mayer, who had a big leg but was worse than Greg the Leg, and now we got Greg the Leg. It's just shitty.
Here's
I hate having to be scared about field goals.
I know, and we do every time. Here's a quick stat. We've kind of touched on it before. So the average yards here, on our in our game yards per play, 4.7 for Cowboys, 5.0 for the New York Giants. So technically they were moving the ball better than us on a yards per play, but it's those 4 takeaways, those big
drive killers
that actually gave us the victory.
Well, without those 4 turnovers,
Yes.
this game's going to be a
lot
much closer. So I'm glad and you could say that with the Washington football team game and then also the Saints game. If our it's shitty though, because what happens the first time we don't get 4 turnovers?
Mhm.
Right now we're relying on Dak, and right now that I'm not ready to rely on Dak at this point in the season. Just scary.
We got a lot of the chat's heating up right now, but before we do that, I just have to.
Come on, listen up.
Football fans, I'm sure we all love an action-packed, high-scoring NFL game, but with the latest no-brainer from DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, and yes, this is an ad read right now. You'll be a winner.
live ad read?
A live ad read
By ad?
by me. You'll be a winner once single points are scored. So new customers who bet just $1 on any team to score can win $100 in free bets. It's that simple. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, you can still get in on the NFL action. Everyone can play for
$100. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes all season long with DraftKings daily fantasy sports contests.
DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. All you have to do is download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use promo code TPPN, bet $1 on any teams to score, and win $100 in free bets. If they score, you score with promo code TPPN this week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
Must be 21 years or older, NJIN or PA only, new customers only, minimum $5 deposit and $1 wager required. 1 per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details.
Gambling problem?
Call
1-800-GAMBLER. What was that number?
1-800-GAMBLER.
GAMBLER.
We do that way too cheery.
I know. But
That's
anyways.
what Tay said to me when I played it back for her. She's like, are you guys sure you should be joking about gambling? Well, yeah, you know what? They're adults. Figure it out.
Okay, so I want to get you guys going on with the chat right now. So
Get it
there
going. Get it
are
going. We need to get
12 teams.
Collins. We need Collins.
So the best team is New England, who misses 10%. We're talking about field goals, 11.43%. Sports Pro is breaking it down. Dallas is ranked 20th in extra point percentage.
Yeah.
So there's something wrong with Dallas. Kilo C loves my boxing voice. And if you want to gamble your life away, call 1-800-GAMBLER. That's from Sports Pro.
Yeah.
I kind of do. I lost $60 last night.
Yeah, that was what I mean. So in the live stream last night, when everyone was showing up, Anth lost $60.
I did, yeah. Fucking.
So technically,
Jake Paul.
last night cost
You know
us
what?
$120.
I stayed at Bandwagon Boy 1's house last night, and when he went to sleep, I called 1-800-GAMBLER and asked for my money back. So the schedule going forward, we've talked about it. Next week, Washington football team, big game. Then it's the Cardinals, which is a huge game, and then round out the season with the Eagles. To me right now, I could see us finishing out 3-0. I could see us going the distance 3-0.
Well, yeah. Washington, we can easily come back and eat their lunch again.
Yum, 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 yum.
Cardinals is going to be a football game.
Yep.
And then
I would
Eagles.
hope it's going to be a football game.
It's going to be.
I mean, no one's scared about the Eagles, but Eagles also real quick.
In Philly, though.
In Philly, but we're going to be doing a brisket and a
jersey giveaway.
ribs of sorts, and
No. Jersey gives away his first playoff game.
Oh, okay.
We're going to do first playoff game. We'll give away the jersey.
Should start promoting it now.
Yeah, next week, I figure.
So we'll do some sort of giveaway last game of the year we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. Yeah.
A date with Alex. Hey.
So just for
virtual
0 entries.
So we're talking right now about giving away a Micah Parsons jersey.
It's identical to this one. It's still in the bag.
Brand new.
NFL.com.
Where do you want? So this is like the first time we're really talking about it. Tell our day ones who are in the chat right now what they can do to get that jersey.
Well, you got to follow us on Instagram, and you're just gonna have to basically keep your eyes open for the first jersey drop post, and you're just gonna basically have to share the post, like us, which we know you do, and then tag a couple mates.
but it's not coming till
The drop's not going to be till playoffs, but we're gonna start promoting it probably next week.
And we're gonna start promoting it next week, but we're gonna do it live at halftime on the first playoff game.
Well, you don't know when you're gonna have to do it. When we're gonna give it, you're gonna have to watch the stream to figure out when we do it.
Yeah, and you'll have to be talking. before we end it off, because right now we got a nice little toasty Sunday chat going on here. So Cartier is telling us Tyler Huntley's looking good. He got a touchdown pass with the Ravens. Not our game. He's also saying that we need the Packers to lose. Sports Pro saying Washington's at home, Philly is in Philly, and we need Bucks and Packers to lose, and we lead the first seed is correct. So.
Yep, yeah, we do. The Bucks is going to be tough. The Bucks probably have the easiest schedule going forward. I would be very surprised if they don't actually secure the first round bye. But no one saw the Lions beating the Cards either. So.
Yeah.
So who knows? That's the whole point. They play games because nothing's guaranteed.
Anything that we missed that we wanted to maybe talk about?
Final questions in chat. Give us some final. Give us
Final
one
thought.
last final thought. Final question.
We're in the 2 minute drill right now, boys.
2 minute drill. Hike.
Now just let the chat catch up to our.
Science. Hey, I'll ask you guys while we're waiting for chat to ask some questions. Who do you think was the Cowboys' best player of today? It's a tough one.
I'm going to say
I'm going to say J
Lewis.
Yep.
J-Lou.
I'm going to go with DeMarcus Lawrence.
Ooh.
I thought D-Law was our best player. And then who do you think was our jockstrap? Who was our worst player of the game?
Ooh,
Besides LVE?
I mean, he just...
You point him out.
Can't even really...
Worst player of the game.
I got one in my head. Actually, he might not work either. But who do you think was our worst player?
I don't know.
I'm going to give it to Greg the Leg just because 2-point afters.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, he did make a couple kicks, but you can't miss 2-point afters.
No.
I know we've already beat that horse dead, but I'd honestly think a professional football player at kicker that misses 2-point afters is just too much.
Look, when it comes to a fucking shootout, dude, and then our kicker we lose because we miss.
Well, that's why we lost the
point.
Raiders game,
Yeah.
basically. We lost by 1 fucking point. Or we went into overtime, sorry.
Yeah.
So if you have that 1 point, technically you're winning.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we got a couple questions from the chat. I'm going to go with Tori Looper first question. Do you think Mike McCarthy can take over play calling duties from Moore?
I don't know if it's the play calling that's the issue. I just don't think we're executing. It's tough to say if it's the play calling or the execution. I don't think Kellen Moore's been terrible. There's been a couple question marks, but did you guys find today there was any time in the game that you were like, oh, why the fuck did he call that play? Not so much, really. It was more so we just didn't execute.
It was that, I think the only one was that one. I don't know if it was a play action run where it's like, I don't know why they would do that at that moment.
Was it the one when CD went to block and then the guy came and fucking cleaned Dak's lunch?
I think I was a little surprised at the lack of deep balls attempts.
Which could be the weather. Right? So if that one long ball did in fact get caught by the wind, and then you looked at even Glennon's throw that Diggs picked off, maybe that wind was a factor, and maybe that's why they weren't throwing the deep balls.
Like they try it and they're like, no, it's just not gonna happen.
I think it's possibly a trend because thinking back to the last few games, I don't really remember us challenging downfield. I don't know if Amari Cooper's still hurt, but Cooper hasn't looked like Cooper in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
CD's been consistent. Gallup's been consistent. But just looking at our receiver stats and not seeing any of those guys over 100 yards is fucking weird to me. Just strange.
Yep. We have another question. This is kind of a general. Who is your offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year, and MVP?
Oh, my God.
Okay, so the first one was, we'll start off with defensive player of the year for me, Micah Parsons. Defensive rookie of the year for me, Micah Parsons.
Yep.
Offensive rookie of the year. I can't even think of an offensive rookie right now on our team. Who's an offensive rookie? The only one the only one I can think of is the receiver they took, Semioko or whatever his name is. I can't really say anything about him, so we'll just skip that one. Offensive player of the year so far to me would have to be.
Now you're talking just Cowboys. You're not going general NFL.
Fuck the rest of the NFL.
Fuck football, right?
The offensive player of the year for us has probably been, I don't even know, CeeDee Lamb or maybe Pollard.
You know what? I would probably
Schultze maybe.
I mean, Schultz is
consistent.
Yeah, I mean,
consistency,
his determination,
perseverance,
strength.
I mean, at the end of the season, they would
that's when you're supposed to go and love
love
the Schultze 5 laws of Schultz.
Yeah.
The 5 laws of Schultz.
of the Schultz
And then our
nation.
MVP of the team so far has probably been
Greg DeLay.
It's got to be Dak still.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be. The crazy thing is we feel like we're in such a slump, but we're 10-4, which is sweet.
Yep.
But I'm scared when we start playing real teams. I'm scared of playoffs when we go against a team that is seasoned and ready to fuck shit up.
Well, like here, so this is also another great point that Cartier Nick in the chat saying every Sunday is going to be different. We just might blow out Washington next week, or we might win by 1 point. It's football, and that's I think kind of what you were going at is like we are winning. Anything can happen. You saw the Lions beat the Cardinals this weekend. So when we say that we're a little weak or we want to play real football teams, we have a real football team coming up as Cardinals. So we're going to be able to.
Okay, sorry to cut you off. I'd keep going.
No, go cut me off. You already did it.
The last three teams, and I don't even feel bad at all. The last three teams we play possibly could be in playoffs. So
Right.
we possibly could be playing either Washington or Philadelphia in the first round of playoffs.
Good.
So I mean, we say this last stretch of 3 games is good. It could battle test us, but we need to see something.
There's another Kilo C says the plays seem to be a little basic. And do we think that Kellen Moore is holding out for playoff plays?
Yeah, maybe you don't want to tip your hand. You realize that you should beat the Giants with the vanilla calls. Maybe you wait till playoffs to do some shit.
I also think that there's something going on with the offense anyway. So maybe Kellen Moore is just making it simplified and playing a safer game. Who knows? Like definitely today there were. And
What are you laughing about?
Sorry, I'm just laughing about one of the. I'm monitoring the chat right now because I didn't mean to be rude to Alex, but
today,
sorry, I always mean to be rude to Alex.
yes, of course. Lay it on me. I love it.
I love the pressure.
I'm a what is it? Sadoist?
Island boy?
I'm an island boy.
A couple of other ones. So Cartier saying Dak's going to be the comeback player of the year. Sports Pro, the thing I was laughing about. Welcome to the Dallas Institute of Schultzology. And then Tori wants to know, why do we keep seeing the same wide receiver bubble screenplays every Sunday?
I think it's just like it's part of the book.
Yeah,
it's part of the
I think
Dungeon Master's book.
I think you go with it. I don't mind bubble screens. It's just even a couple of the screens with Zeke had a screen, didn't have the blocking. One was out to Lamb, didn't really get much. So our screen game, which has been a strong point for us in the last few years, has not looked good this year at all. And I'm glad that was brought up because I was actually vying a couple of weeks ago. I was vying for us to do more screens. And after watching today, maybe we do stay away from them. What are you pointing at?
I told
behind
Alex.
baseball.
Yeah, behind baseball. I said to Alex, I said, your one job right now is to press that green button to make sure it's recording the audio. I mean, it's recording the audio, but
yeah, you know what? I should de-link from this mixer entirely.
Smoke weed every day.
okay.
Okay.
So
What we got to wrap it up?
what we got to wrap it up? I don't know.
I think that's it.
I think that's it. That's what we got.
We'll wrap it up with we're happy. We're happy with the win, obviously. Happy with the defense. Offense needs to play better. I feel like we're just on repeat because I feel like we've said this the last 3 or 4 weeks. But I'm still holding out hope that Dak and the boys figure it out. And for the bandwagon boys over there looking all chide as hell, and your host Anthbess, we out.
We out.
We out. We out.
We out.
We out.
How about the boys? What up? How about the boys? What up? What up? What up? They bring the noise. What up? I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys. What up? What up? What up? How about the boys? What up? How about the boys? What up? What up? What up? They bring the noise. What up? What up? I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys. What up? What up? Blue and silver, baby, yeah, that be the colors. Be the colors. 5 Super Bowl trophies, that's the number. That's the number. America's team, everybody love 'em. Shout out to Jerry Jones, yeah, cause he be the owner. Be the owner. Holla